Hey everyone, and welcome. So today, we're diving into a really big idea, one of these fundamental tensions of our digital lives. It's this constant clash between needing to verify who someone is and their right to privacy. I mean, how can a business trust you without collecting a mountain of your personal data? Well, let's get into it.
Okay, just think about this for a second. Let's say you're a CEO. You are about to make a billion-dollar decision, and you desperately need the honest-to-goodness truth from your top team. But they're all worried that if they say the wrong thing, it could be a career-ending move. So how do you get that critical, unfiltered feedback?
Or, hey, let's up the stakes even more. Your company just bought another huge company. How on earth do you get thousands of new employees from both sides working together on day one? Without that painful 6-month-long process of trying to merge all the HR and IT systems? These are not just fun little thought experiments. These are massive, value-destroying problems that businesses face every single day.
Well, believe it or not, the answer to both of those huge challenges comes down to this one new concept: verified privacy. It is a completely different way to think about identity, about trust, and it just might be the key to solving some of these really stubborn, long-standing problems in business.
So what is it, really? Well, verified privacy is a system that lets you prove something is true about yourself without actually handing over your private data. It's kind of like proving you're old enough to get into a bar without ever showing the bouncer your actual ID card. And the magic behind this is a framework with a bit of a mouthful of a name: Universal Integrated Identity Decoupled, or UIID. The key word there is decoupled. It separates who you are from the things that are true about you.
Let's just put it side by side. The old way, right, is what we're all used to. Companies collect every little thing about us and dump it into these huge centralized databases. This basically creates a giant glowing target for hackers and a massive headache for the company. The new way? It flips that script completely. You, the individual, you control your own data in your own personal identity vault. A company can ask for proof, and you can provide it cryptographically, but they never have to actually see or store your sensitive info.
Okay, enough theory. Let's see how this actually works. Our first use case is all about tackling a silent killer in the boardroom, groupthink. We're going to call this solution the Executive Oracle.
So, like we talked about, the problem is simple. It's fear. In any big organization, people are naturally hesitant to criticize the boss's pet project. And this leads to terrible decisions because the people who have the most important, critical insights are often too scared to open their mouths.
The solution here is so elegant. A senior leader gets a one-time anonymous alias to submit their feedback. Then, using this amazing piece of tech called a zero-knowledge proof, or ZKP, the system can verify that yes, this person is part of the top 5% leadership circle, but without ever revealing which person they are. It's like proving you have the key to a secret club without ever actually showing anyone the key. So, what does the board get? The brutal, unfiltered, high-quality truth. And what happens to the executive? Their career is totally safe.
And that's the bottom line, right? This isn't just about making people feel safe. It's about protecting the integrity of the most crucial decisions a company has to make. You get truth, not office politics.
All right, so that's pretty cool. Now let's see how that same exact principle can be applied to an even bigger, messier challenge: merging two giant companies. Let's call this the Frictionless Frontier.
Man, if you have ever been through a corporate merger, you know the pain. The deal closes, but for months and months, nobody can get into the right systems, teams can't talk to each other, all the momentum just dies, and the value of the deal just bleeds away while IT and HR are trying to duct tape two organizations together. It's awful.
And just to really see how bad it is, let's visualize just how slow this old process really is. We're talking about a timeline that's measured in months, not days. And every single one of those days costs money.
So on day one, the deal is official, but everyone's trapped in their own little silos. It might take 2 months just to start syncing the data, 4 months for people to get basic access, and it could be over half a year, 6 months, before teams can actually work together. That's just a huge drag on everything. But what if you could just skip all that? Let's see what happens when both companies are already using this UIID framework.
Just look at this. The deal closes at 9 a.m. 1 minute later, at 9:01, employees just present their verifiable credentials. Think of it as a digital badge. By 9:02, they have the exact access they need and they are ready to go. The entire process collapses from 6 months down to 2 minutes. It's absolutely insane.
And this isn't just about being a little faster.
This is a strategic weapon. You get what everyone dreams of in a merger: day one operational agility. You unlock the value of the deal from the very first minute. Okay, for our third and final use case, let's apply this power of instant trust to another huge problem: getting the right person for the job at the exact moment you need them. Welcome to the liquid talent marketplace.
So imagine your most critical system does down. It's a crisis. You need a world-class expert to fix it, and you need them now. But the background checks, the security vetting needed to give them access, that can take weeks. By the time they're approved, the damage is already done. The whole opportunity is lost in a sea of paperwork.
Well, with UIID, that expert carries a digital portfolio of trust badges. These are verifiable credentials from every company they've worked for. When you need them, they just share a zero-knowledge proof. There's that ZKP again, proving their clearances. Your system verifies it instantly without seeing any of their personal data. And boom, they're in. They're working.
This is the perfect name for it: instant trust deployment. It's the ability to bring in the best of the best from the outside and give them high-level access with absolute cryptographic certainty. This is about seizing opportunities that you couldn't even think about before because the friction of trust was just too high.
So let's just pull all three of these examples together and zoom out. What we're really looking at here is a brand new set of rules for how trust actually works in a digital world.
I mean, when you put it all on one table, the difference is just stark. Trust latency. It goes from weeks of paperwork to instant cryptographic proof. Data liability. It goes from this huge, scary risk to almost nothing, thanks to those zero-knowledge proofs. Agility? You go from being siloed and slow to fluid and fast. And maybe most importantly, the quality of feedback, it transforms from filtered and safe to honest and protected.
You know, this isn't just a tech upgrade. It's a fundamental change in what's even possible. It can make organizations faster, safer, and a whole lot smarter. And really, it leaves us with one final very exciting question to think about. If trust could be established instantly and securely, what's the first impossible problem you would solve?